Okay, so I got all my parts out. I'm just going to start by putting the float on. So you're going to take this, which is your needle valve, which is for your gas, and there's going to be, I'll bring it over, there's going to be a little clip right there, right at the bottom, and you're going to slide this on. Here, I'll put it on and I'll show you. Okay, you can see this. It's going to hang down. That's what goes in. So we're going to assemble this now. It doesn't really matter which way the clip's going. I'm going to set this down here. And then we're going to put this pin through. Set this pin through. Now, what you want to look for is it to be, when it's closed, you want it to be even all the way across. So, you should be able to see that. Sorry about that. I'm going to bring it over here. You see how the float is even with the top of the carburetor housing along here? That's how it's supposed to be. So you don't need to adjust it any. So I don't need to adjust it. It should be alright there. Okay, next we're going to put this O-ring on. It's a larger O-ring. It's going to set over top, and there's going to be a groove around the outside of the carburetor on where the bowl is going to be. That's just going to sit on top, and then you're going to have your bowl. So you see how this part is indented more? This is going to be that towards the outside of this spring. You're going to have this part, which is going to be closer to here. See how it pivots up? You're going to want to have it so it can pivot up more. So you're going to have this part face this way. So we'll put this on. Okay. And then you're going to have main jet. I didn't play with any of the settings on this or anything. I'll blow through it just to make sure that it's clear. All the holes in it are clear. Then there's going to be a seal that goes around. It's going to seal onto the bowl. We'll make sure that's nice and not all dinged up or has holes in it. So we'll put this on now. Okay. Just tighten that up. We'll get our socket and ratchet, and then we'll snug this up. Not too tight, you don't want it to be too tight. We'll tighten this up. Just snug. Okay? So that's main body done, pretty much. Now we're going to put that jet in. Got it over here. And there's a main jet, and you got just set this over here. You get your spring, and then there should be one washer. So you're just gonna make sure there's no water or anything on it. You put your spring on over it, and then you put this washer. There should be a beveled side and like a flat side. There's going to be more of a point on one side. I put them in that the rounded side is out. I'm not sure if that's right, but that's just how I do mine. You're going to put this back in here, making sure you aren't trying to damage it or anything. Okay. And remembering that the setting that it was at, we're going to have to remember that so we can set it right now. I'm just going to tighten this in so it's seated snug how it was before. when we did our setting for it. Sorry if that was out of the frame, but you're going to tighten this all the way in, just so it's seated snug. And then we're going to back it out 3/4 of a turn, because when we tightened it in, it was a 1/2 turn, and then it was a 1/4 of a turn. So 3/4 of a turn. Just seat this snug. So we're about the same as we were there. It was about flat across, if I remember right. So we're just going to go, well, there's a 1/4, and then once more, there's your 1/2, so that should be good. Now, we can put the front, well, I guess we'll just put this on first. Doesn't really matter what way you put it together after you get the main body of the carb together. So I'll put that on. You're going to have your gasket. I can't really replace that. I just trimmed it and everything to make sure that wasn't all messy, let's just say. Take these bolts out. They were through this way. Okay. Set this over here. Okay. Holy jeez. Everything's moving around on me. Sorry. Okay. So we got that through. I think it's a little backwards, but I'll just switch these around. It should be alright now as I put the bolts through. There's one. There's two. And then we'll slide it onto the housing. Get this one on. Oh, just give me a second. There, I got both through. We're going to put a bolt here. See if I can get this. This to slide on, right? Okay, so I got this side just started, and tighten this up so it's easier to do the other side. Okay, there's one side. I'll put this bolt on here. It's hard to get these started, but that's okay. Okay, so I got this one started now. Okay, let's see if I can get, so you guys can see. I just tighten these up by hand. There's no need to over torque these. It's only aluminum. So I'll just tighten up the other side. Tighten up this side again. Okay, now we've got this much done. I think it looks better than it did. We'll get this front plate on. I'll take these bolts off again, just so we can get this on. Okay, and you see how there's a cut in this? It's so when you have this on, you can adjust the mixture screw for that. So we're going to have it whichever way it's easier, so it's easier to get at. See, if it was, let's say if it was this way, you wouldn't be able to get at the screw. So have to go this way, and we'll put these bolts in. Put one through and start it. Just get that started. We'll have to get our socket that fits over this. We'll get this other one. Okay, so we'll get our socket that fits this and tighten this up. Just snug that. You don't want to strip these. I've had people give me carburetors to rebuild, and these were all stripped out of them, so the main body was junk. Snug that up. Okay, so now we're going to put this choke lever on. Call it that. It's going to go like this, I'm pretty sure. Not, I don't really remember. We got these two screws for that. Oh, of course it fell. It's alright. Put this back on. Okay. Okay, get this one on. Snug these up. Okay, there you go. That's finished there. Just got to put it back on the machine. I'll put a video of the machine running after I put it on. That should be good there. Okay, I'll be talking to you. Bye.